Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Just gotta wait a second for it to show up on the stream here. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. No audio still. What the heck is going on here? Test 1 2 3. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just heard myself. Okay. Well, that's weird. I don't know how that happened. You know, I swear, there is some issues with OBS. Every once in a while, like, I swear, it just changes the settings back on me randomly. No idea why. So, I mean, to be fair, like, I have this checklist I go through every single time, and, you know, I did notice that my, so I have different scenes here, and then one of my scenes is called Large Cam, which is just me. And then, you know, I have the live scene, and the large cam was showing like the little lights going through, but the live scene, which is basically like my game scene, I gotta rename these. These are stupid names, but whatever. I hope you have audio now, Brittany. Yeah, but anyway, for some reason it changed inputs on me. It went from like so I have my mixer. I have the audio coming out of the computer going into my mixer and then back in the computer through USB. This way I don't have to deal with loopback and all that really crazy crap that can happen. And but for some reason it just changed my line in to back to default. No idea why. It's something that just kind of drives me. Looks like Brittany has confirmed that it is working. Thank you, babe. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my God. That would have been horrible going through an entire stream and realizing it wasn't working. So apparently that is another thing I need to add to my checklist, is to make sure that audio is working. Oh my God. Like I said, it's been a week. Anyway, all right, let's get into the game. I did fix the transitions were missing. That's another thing that broke at some point. Oh wait, you know what? I loaded the wrong game. Yeah, you can see this. Okay, so I guess I'll show you this. This is another game I'm playing, and you can see that this is actually my main game that I'm playing, and you can see I got this little like honeycomb style going on here, and I will admit I did see somebody posted on Reddit, and I'm like, oh, I like the honeycomb, I should do that. But you can see I'm out at a completely different star, kind of launching this up. But let's actually go to the correct game this time. I can't believe I loaded that game. That is totally the wrong one. All right, let's go to the right one. There we go. Now we're on the right one. Okay. So even though Brittany is out at the mall, she was checking in on me to make sure everything was going good with the stream. She is so amazing that way. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's see where we ended off last time. So yes, let's try that again. So last time we did end up with some unipolar. That word is so hard. Unipolar magnets, and you can see that we have a bunch there. And we are bringing those in from a remote system. Here is our Dyson Sphere, and you can see we're doing this like these little like diamond shapes. I think I'm going to leave these, but I think maybe we'll make some honeycombs for the other part, because I do like the honeycombs, but I want to kind of break it up and do something a little bit different. So maybe this level up here we'll start doing honeycombs going up. I don't know. We'll kind of see. We're only at 310 megawatts for our total generation capacity, so it's not really a lot. But it appears that, wait, let's see, what did I do with my shell? Oh, I don't know what these are doing here. Let's pause that a second. I don't know what the heck I was doing with these here. Those are completely out of, I have no idea why those are there. That's really weird. I don't know what I was doing there. Well, first off, this has to go back to that. And yeah, I don't know what these are doing here. What was I doing? Oh my God. I have no idea. All right, let's go ahead and delete those. I'm kind of curious what happens when you delete these. You can see that there already are some structural points there. Oh, interesting. So it gets rid of the solar cells. The solar cells will just kind of float back out, and they will be available to something else. But you do lose the little rocket carriers. So that is good to know. But we do need to go ahead and do this. Now, of course, we didn't do like the rounding one that will go over the sphere better. And I don't know why we were doing it that way. Just whatever. I recently realized that, oh wow, look at this. Wow, was I drunk when I was doing this? Look at this. How is this? What? Okay, you know what? There's something wrong with the save game, I swear. Because I don't understand why these are like that. What the heck? Those are aligned with that. What was I thinking? Brittany, was I drunk when I was doing this? Because I don't remember making this like this. Like, how did this even happen? Oh my god. All right. Well, you know what? Since this is completely messed up anyway, we're just gonna rebuild this using honeycombs. How about that? Because I do like the honeycomb shape. But this, I don't know what's going on here. This is a giant mess. So I guess when you have this happen, the easiest thing to do is just to restart it. So we're gonna go to our center line here, which is, basically just this area right here, which, I mean, that's the equator of it. And I'm just doing that based on this little, like, those indicators there. Oh my god, I got this one hair right over. There we go. Hey, PJ, how are you doing? How is Ohio? Yes, I make fun of PJ in Ohio all the time because it's just too easy. All right, so let's start planning out some of these honeycomb shapes. And you can see what I'm doing is just kind of going out 2 by 2, but I'm going only up by 1 because it makes a better shape. Now, it depends on which direction you want to have the honeycomb. Do you want to have them more long ways or do you want to have them more horizontal? And I do kind of tend to like the more horizontal look to them. So we're just going to go ahead and paint that one out. We're going to paint out a few of these, and of course what we're going to do is, oh wait, did I mess this up already? No, I didn't. Okay. So we're going to paint out a few of these, and then we're going to eventually we're going to just deconstruct these later. I don't know what I was thinking there. Like, I swear, maybe I pulled a PJ. I don't know. And that's never a good thing when you're pulling a PJ. I just really don't remember doing that. I don't know how I messed it up that badly. Like, oh my god. All right, whatever. You know what? This is a good opportunity for us to not only find out what happens when you destroy those structural points, but it's also good to, kind of introduce a new shape that looks a little bit nicer anyway. So let's put that there. We're just going to draw out a few more of these. We'll kind of fill in a few of these so we can start capturing some of those sails, especially those that are up there. Oh, wow, that effect looks kind of cool. I kind of wonder, I'm going to go back and I'm going to have to look at my previous game because I kind of wonder if maybe it was the patch that just messed it up. There was a small patch. I'm surprised that they introduced a small balancing patch before the blueprint patch, which they said will be released in a few days. I think it'll be, early next week it'll probably be. But I'm kind of surprised that they released a small balancing patch, which honestly is really, really nice. They made it so some of the items stack a little bit better than they used to. So for example, here, I guess that'll be good for filling that in right now. Okay, let's go back to run. Okay, so like you can see, these things, the assembler machines are still stacked by 50. If we go over to our mall, you'll see that there is a bunch of things. Like all of our machines will probably immediately turn on because they're going to have to start producing a lot of materials right now. Yeah, and you can see every single one of these machines is going right now because they changed the stack sizes of a lot of these. These used to be 20. They're now 50. These also used to be 20. Now they're 50. So if I just sort that, and you can see these are all now 50. So they've changed the stack size of that. These used to be 20. They're now 50. These used to be 20. They're now 50, which is awesome, let me tell you. I think these have always been 50. These used to be 20. That was annoying, but they're now 50, so that's great. Actually, looks like I have something kind of mixed in there. That shouldn't be there. These are now 50 out of stack to the thermal things. You can kind of pop over here, and you'll see that these are also now at 50, so we can sort those. And look, they just all kind of merged together. These are still at 100, still at 100. There's a bunch of things like belts and such that they increased it to 200, which is awesome. That was a very much needed change because belts just took up way too much damn space. Sorters also, another very exciting thing is that sorters used to be at 100. They are now at 200. So that is also super, super duper awesome, and I'm very excited about that. But it was kind of weird and surprising to see that they, released such a small balancing patch prior to that bigger update that includes the. Yeah, see, these used to be 200, But yeah, so they introduced that small balancing patch because they got the blueprints patch coming up. I suspect it has something to do with the fact that, there must be some other big change in there that they haven't announced yet. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll find out in a few days when they release that. Either way, I'm super happy about that because that was, well, very annoying having these stack sizes so short. And wow, you can see this is kind of like, yeah, the way that this is like kind of going in there into that other machine is kind of weird. But whatever, who cares? It doesn't really matter, the stack of these. So, are these they? Who talks like that? Yeah, we were watching Venture Brothers recently. Oh my god, I gotta say, for anybody who watches Rick and Morty, I know I'm like a week or two behind, but we were watching the Mr. Nimbus episode, and oh my god, that was so hilarious. That was such a great episode. Every once in a while, like, I just think, like, oh, are they hitting the peak, or is this going to be kind of the... Are we heading towards the end of Rick and Morty? Like, how much further can they really go with that show? And let me tell you, they come back and they're just like, yep, we're going to keep going with this for a long time, and you're going to keep loving it. They are doing an amazing job with that show. So I'm super excited to see the rest of the season. I was surprised to see that iTunes didn't have the season pass up there. I don't know, maybe they don't do season pass anymore because I haven't bought a season pass in forever. Okay, so you can see that our plane smelters, which are the increased smelters, are not currently working because we don't have enough of these plane filters. I swear. My other game, I built out a ton of plane filters, and I still needed more. Built out a ton more, still needed more. So, like, I swear, you never can have enough of these things. Let's give that a couple of... wait, where are our resource drones? This particular game is not... My mall is not as organized as my other game, so that is one thing that's kind of annoying. But that is another reason that I kind of want to do a restart in the game, because I want to do a restart in the game where I plan a little tiny bit more than just kind of like jumping in the game and being like, all right, we're just going to do whatever. I actually kind of want to map out where things are going to go and do a little bit more planning than I've done in the past. Oh, wow, that was terrible. I don't know how... Yeah, this is another thing I wish they would fix, is the way that you split these stacks. It's kind of a pain in the neck sometimes. Whoops, there we go with that. And let's just kind of pop that in there. Oops, what am I doing? Oh my god. Get out of that menu. There we go. Ah, went to the wrong menu again. Oh my god. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. I went to go see a friend, and hi Gil! And after I got back, I was just really tired, kind of a medication thing, and I was like, all right, taking a nap before the stream because I'm really tired. And I woke up from the stream. I took like a 2-hour nap. I've just not been sleeping well recently. But anyway, okay, so we're flying around. We are looking for we are making those plane filters because we need to really improve that production. And let's see, how are we doing on these? We also, let's see, how much do we have on the Mark IIIs? We got a good amount. Good. We are producing plenty of the titanium glass. We're going to need to improve that production at some point, but not quite yet. Yep, this is exactly what I was expecting, is that these Kazmaier crystals are behind. These things are always a pain in the ass. But we'll have to probably go to another planet to get some of those. I remember last episode we stopped after we got the unipolar magnets. And that was actually something that we were going to work on, but we were not able to. I hate these loud motorcycles when they go by. They are so damn annoying. This is actually one reason I'm looking into this other unit that I'm looking into in my building, because it's actually on the opposite side of the building. So on one hand, I won't get the sun, which I guess is not that big of a deal. But on the other hand, I don't have to deal with the road traffic so much. So that'll be kind of nice. Oh yeah, actually, this was another thing we're doing. We were kind of changing around the way that this goes. And yeah, that's what we were doing, because this currently requires a titanium crystal. Titanium crystals a pain in the neck to build, because you need those organic crystals and you also need the titanium. But there is an alternate recipe for this, which is to use the, what the heck is those things called? It is the optical gradient crystals. Grading crystals? Whatever the heck they're called. But we're actually just gonna see if we have enough stuff on us. We don't, but we're gonna just go ahead and fly to that other. Oh, let's take a look at this. But we're gonna go ahead and fly to that other galaxy. We're gonna keep letting this thing kind of do its thing, and it's gonna take a little while to fill up. This thing we won't worry about right now. We'll just deconstruct that after we build a little bit more of our sphere. But this is good for right now. We can let this thing just kind of go ahead and fill up. But let's fill in the rest of these, because once we get the rest of that in place, it can just go ahead and fill those up. But what we need to do is we need to get some solar panels. We need to make sure that we have logistics. We have logistics on us. Good. And we're going to fly to another galaxy far, far away, and we're going to get production of those Casimir crystals going. But actually, before we do that, let's make sure that we have an input going here. Okay, that's for that. But let's make sure we have an okay, we do have it right here. Perfect. So you can see we're ready. Oh, actually, why are we requesting those from? I don't know why I'm doing that. That's weird. Yeah, that makes no sense. I have no idea why I did that. These are the things that we want. So local demand. And you can see we have no local demands because, or excuse me, why are we doing, oh wait, what am I doing? Oh my God. It's local supply, remote demand. And as you can see, we don't have anything at remote right now. Mr. Nimbus! Yeah, I know, PJ, you were trying to call me the other night, but you called me at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had to get up really early in the morning for a meeting, so you actually kind of woke me up. Don't call me at 1 a.m., dude, during the week. I mean, on the weekends, it's one thing, but, like, during the week, like, you know, I work. I know that you don't work, but I do. I know there's a lot of times I'm up till 1 a.m., but there are times that I have to get up early for a meeting, or, you know, to be honest with you, sometimes I just have to go to bed early because I'm just not feeling well. It's been something I've been struggling with for a while now, unfortunately. All right, so let's see. What do we need to get? I got distracted here. What a shock. Oh, yeah, solar cells. We need to grab some solar cells. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of those. Oh, yeah, this was another thing that they changed. These are now stacks of 50 instead of 20. That is a very welcome change. Oh, my God. Yeah, let's grab some of these, the accumulators. Let's grab a couple of those. This, they also changed the stack size of it. You can see they used to be 20. Now they're 50, so you can hold so many more of these. So that's an absolutely awesome change that I love as well. There's a lot of little balancing that they did that I'm very happy that they did. Matrix labs are also now 50 instead of 25. Or, excuse me, 20. So that's also awesome. Okay, I'm just looking here to see what else we need. Oh, we should grab some drills. Because while we're there, we should try to put some more for everything else that we can kind of get while we're there. And we'll just leave some extra resources in the event that we have to go back there at some point. We got plenty of power on us. Let's see, we have conveyor belts. We have some foundation, which is very important because we're going to want to get some of the soil while we're there. I don't know if we're going to have any wind power, but we should pick up some of that just in case. Oh, looks like we already had one of those. Oopsies. So I don't want to put down that much wind. Okay, so we got that. We got conveyor belts. We got sorters. We got some assembly machines. We've got smelters. We got drills. We've got power. We've got, yeah, I guess we've got everything that we need to head to that other destination. Yeah, okay, so let's plot ourselves out on the map and figure out where we're going to go. And by the way, no spoilers, PJ. I'm still a... we've only watched the Mr. Nimbus episode, but since me and Brittany are probably not going out tonight, Brittany's also not feeling well, unfortunately. She's having back issues. It's not like she's not like sick or anything. So it's not like she's out at the mall like sick. I don't want anybody thinking that. But since she threw out her back again, we're probably not going out tonight. But yeah. But we're going to probably watch that episode tonight. Okay, so you can see that, like, this galaxy right here that we have been to has the optical grading crystals? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Crap. I want to see if there was any other places have other goodies that we should go to. And I know I've done this in previous episodes, but the next person that subscribes to me, so if you have any friends that are watching or, whatever, anybody who subscribes to me next, just give me a shout out in the chat because, to be honest with you, looks like there was somebody 19 minutes ago who has followed me. So that's awesome. So, okay, I'm going to name a galaxy after them. And then also, so the next person after that will get a galaxy named after them as well. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I don't know if we bookmarked this one, but I'm not sure if this is the one we went to or not. But so Melrose 89, I'm guessing that's a reference to Melrose Place or something. But I'm going to name a galaxy after you. Thank you for subscribing. But the next person after that also will get a galaxy named after you. Typically, I only do one per episode, but because I'm feeling so generous and because, they just followed me a few minutes ago. Oh, wait, I wonder if that's Gil. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask him about it. But either way, because they're a subscriber, even though it's a friend, I'm still going to give it to him. But the next person who does subscribe, I will give them I will name a galaxy after them. So let's see. I guess this one right here, which I'm not sure if we're planning on going there or not. No, not that one, but we did bookmark it. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one right here. So it's got optical grading. It's got the organic crystals, which are both good. And then here you can see we've got crude oil, fire ice, optical grading. Okay, so we're going to name this one here after... see, Melrose 89. There you go. And then the next person after that, that subscribes, I will name the next galaxy or a planet after you. Depends. We'll see. Just get to subscribe and see. Give me a shout later. What, PJ, you're not going to hang around? You know what, dude? You're fired. Get out. You're terrible. I'm just kidding. I know you got things to do and you're busy schedule. But no, I'll talk to you later, dude. I will be, when I'm done with my stream, if you want to give me a call, give me a call. But yeah. All right, so I think we have all the things that we need to. Let's go ahead and blast off to the other planets. And there we go. We're just going to try to get up to the 1,000 meters, and there we go. Now we can go into warp speed. A little bit annoying that you can't do it sooner, but I guess there's reason for that because it stops loading. It's only loading that planet that you're on, so it gives you more detail on whatever planet you're on. And then if you're going to a different galaxy, if you're going further away, it unloads where you are on that planet, and it gives more of a generalized view. And then those two planets go to kind of like a background thread. I know this is a lot of nerdy stuff, but that's why I suspect that they do that. But either way, I think about a lot of these things because, I've been still doing a lot of thinking about any games that I would want to write. A lot of ideas, just don't really have the time, unfortunately. Okay, so you can see that that planet only has the optical grading crystals, and it only has 387,000. This one's got the spiral, blah, 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 whatever the heck those things are. It's got organic crystal and crude oil. So that's kind of nice. So we'll probably come back here at some point because we're going to want both of those items. But for right now, this is the main focus. So we're going to head there. And I know it's only 3 astronomical units away, but you know what? I'm just feeling lazy and I don't feel like waiting that long. So we're just going to kind of warp a little bit closer. Here we go. Late game, once you do get a lot of those warps, it's a lot easier to just spend those on it. It's not that big of a deal. But earlier game, you probably... Whoops. I did again. I do that all the time. I know, it'd probably be better if I didn't go crash landing into the planet. Maybe that'd happen less, but what fun would that be? Oh my god, Brittany did that to me one time I was playing, and she walked over to my desk, and she was just being silly and, being a little bratty, and I don't remember exactly what she was doing, but she hit my arm right the wrong second, or she maybe got in front of the monitor or whatever it was. She was just being silly, and I went bouncing off the planet, but I was so low on fuel that it ended up taking me 15 minutes to turn myself back to the planet because I had to wait for me to generate enough power to not only turn around, but like, oh my god, it was a disaster. But it was funny, you know. Okay, so you can see there's only 387,000 of these. This is not a tightly locked planet. And we currently have sun, a little bit of sun on both sides, but you know, this one's a little tiny bit closer, so we're going to head to this pole first. And we're going to drop down some of our solar cells. And then, let's see, let's go ahead and drop this down. I love that you could do this now. Oh my god, it's so nice. Because it used to take me forever to place all of these. It would take me 10 minutes to place all these. It used to be a giant pain in the neck, but now it's not so bad. It'll be even better when the blueprints come out. And that's another reason why, you know, I want to kind of plow through the end of this game if we can. Because I would really like to do a restart of this on the stream. And, so we can play a game with just using blueprints. Because I think it would be nice to be able to create some blueprints, publish them, maybe use some of the community ones, you know. Maybe do a review on some of the blueprints. I think that'd be kind of awesome. So another reason why I'm thinking about doing a restart on it. Itchy nose as usual. Okay. Let's see. There's our optical gradient crystals, so we're going to kind of run ourselves down that way. Oh, I didn't get enough of these. That was a problem. I should have grabbed more of these. So unfortunately, oh crap, I did not grab enough of these at all. Oh, that is an issue. Ooh, I kind of messed up on that. That was definitely a failure. I should have grabbed a lot more of those. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do this the much slower way. We're really going to have to try to not use all of these up. Unfortunately, it means we're probably going to only run power on one side. That's okay. We do have enough solar power that we can mess around with some other ways. Just to put some accumulators there, but yeah, that was a total mess up on my part. I should have grabbed more of these. I kind of rushed it a little bit, but whatever. It happens. I mean, I guess if it was really that big of a deal, I could just fly back. Oh, wait, we need interplanetary. Intergalactic planetary. Oh, wait. No, that's copyrighted. Stop. 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 I don't know how much they really care about singing, but you know what? I don't feel like dealing with strikes and that kind of stuff. I've actually heard people getting strikes for singing certain popular songs. Apparently some specific pop singers are really big on doing takedown notices. Like I hear that Taylor Swift is really bad with that. Now, I don't know if that's just the way her lawyers are. Maybe it's her label. I don't know. But she's apparently super strict about doing takedown notices, especially on YouTube and such. Which is also a great way of dealing with First Amendment auditors if you ever have to deal with those idiots. Just play a little bit of Taylor Swift in the background, and next thing you know, their channel is bye-bye. Well, they get a takedown notice and they get the video taken down, but whatever. All right. So there we go. Let's set our, charging up just a little bit more. We do have some full accumulators, so we're going to go ahead and drop those down. And since we did our test last time, we do know that these accumulators will fill it up. And it will use what's in there, which is good. And just try to line this up, try to make it look a little bit nicer. As you can see, I like to kind of have them facing towards where I generally would be looking at them. Because it just, I mean, it's, I don't know, it's a weird thing. Like, when working these things, I tend to just kind of face towards the North or South Pole, whatever the pole's the closest at that point. I don't know, it's just kind of a weird thing I do. Since we're not going to any other planets, I guess we should just drop the rest of these accumulators. Why not? Well, actually, we'll hold on to a few in the event that we start running into power issues. But we'll just drop some of those down. Let's get a little bit of wind going. Oh, wait, do we actually even have wind? There is no wind energy on this planet. So it would be pointless to drop the wind. But these are now going through. See, as soon as it hits 1,000, it will send out a... There will be a ship coming in to grab some of that and bring it back to the base. But we're just going to fill up as much of this as we can. And to be honest with you, it's only 382,000, so it's going to go through pretty quickly. But since we don't have long-term plans for this game, we're not going to worry too much about it. If we were going to be playing this game long-term, we definitely would want to go ahead and set up in another galaxy to mine even more of this. But I'm not going to worry about it, because honestly, we're not going to be playing this particular playthrough that long, because I do want to create a brand new one. Some of the newer planets and all that fun stuff. But see, there it goes. It hit 1,000. It automatically grabs some, and they are flying in to grab it. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop a couple more of these. I guess we'll put down a couple more of these drills just to kind of let it, you know, go through as quickly as it can. Try to get as much of this. There we go. Basically just one more. Should help it mine just a little tiny bit faster. There isn't a ton here, so there's limits to how much we can really kind of force it to go through faster. And I think that should be fine, honestly. Now, normally, I would run power to the other pole as well, because if you're facing this way, you know, and this side, like the north side, like here's your sun, and this side here is facing towards the sun. Well, only this little tiny bit is going to be getting solar energy, and this part is going to get a lot more throughout the day. So then when it comes down to the other side, it goes around the solar system to the other side. It just happens to be pointing in that same direction. Then the northern pole will start getting more sun than the southern pole. So because we don't have enough power to run to both sides of that, what I'm going to have to do is just drop some solar panels here. And we're just going to run them kind of straight out. Oops. Straight out this way, so at least part of the, you know, whenever it's rotating, at least some of the solar energy will be coming in. There's enough of these accumulators that I think it should be okay to do this. And luckily, it doesn't use any power when it it's only the sender that has to spend the power on the logistics coming here. So I'm only dropping all these down because we have all these damn panels, so why not? See, just dropping all those out. Okay, I gotta say, when you get up to the higher end, like real end game, where you've got, you know, these the little drones going a lot faster, I gotta say, it makes things a lot easier. But even, you know, this state of the game compared to like early game, it's a huge difference. Let me tell you, the beginning game is so slow. These drones are just so painfully slow. But it's good that they have upgrades for it, because let me tell you, it would drive me crazy if the entire game was like that. But I guess let's take a look and see where we are in upgrades. Maybe we can give it a little bit of an upgrade. So we can get one more drone, or we can get faster drones. I think the faster drones would definitely help us. So we're going to tell it to do a little bit of research there. Kick that off. Because this is in the way, I'm going to bring it down just a tiny bit. It doesn't really matter. We're never coming back here, probably. Oh, we might. Who knows? I know, it's kind of fun. Hey, the next subscriber, you get... Wait, we're going to name something after you. And then we name it after you, and we never come back here. No, it's not like that at all. It's not like that at all, even though it's totally like that completely. Oh, wait, you know, as I think about it, I think the person who followed might actually be Brittany's friend. So Brittany's hanging out with somebody named Melrose. So, yeah, actually, is her name No, her name is Melanie. Not Melrose, what am I thinking? Melanie. So that makes that the Melrose makes... Okay, that could make sense, yeah. Whatever. But yeah. Okay. There we go. So that should be good for that. And this will continue to mine as much as it can. You can see these are getting hit by the sun right now. And as the planet turns, it will just hit some of those at other times. There are, of course, some like silicon veins. What we, if I didn't mess up and if I had actually brought more of the power lines, I would have started mining more of that stuff. But since I didn't, whatever, it is what it is. Now you can see this particular star only has 0.9 star luminancy, so this would not be a good place to set up a Dyson Sphere. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it just wouldn't be as good of a place. So let's go ahead and set our waypoint. Actually, let's go into the solar system so we can set our waypoint exactly where I want it to be. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and take off, and we'll be able to get up to speed and then hit our warp. There we go. Destination is Audrey the Sexy. Melanoma pet. What? What are you talking about, PJ? I have no idea. PJ saying words, and they don't always make sense. But that's PJ for you. Okay, almost there. Now you can see that the reason I set up the waypoint right to the planet is that it's easier to, you can kind of see the blue line a little bit. So it's easier to know, like I like to try to jump out of warp as close as I can to waste as little time as I can. There it goes. I probably could have went for another half a second, which would have put me a little tiny bit closer, but by at least having that blue little line, the little, indicator line, it makes it easier to know when you're getting close to that planet or which direction you need to go, because, if you just set it for the solar system, it's going to set it to the, the main star. Okay, so now that we have those, we should go over to our planar filters. I don't remember where, actually, let's grab some of those logistics, or the power poles. I can't believe it. I mean, we were talking about those and I didn't grab them. I felt so stupid about that. Oh my god. But hey, it happens to all of us. There we go. Now, of course, I could upgrade these to, Mark II, but it doesn't really matter. If we're running out of them that much, I could, but, why waste the power on it? Just leave it. It's fine. It's no big deal. Now I'm just flying around looking for my, the planar filters. Oh, wait, it was the, sorry, not the planar filters. It was the Casimir, I don't know, some words. Those little red diamondish crystals, which are right over there. Not get hit by a rocket, even though that doesn't actually happen. That would be hilarious if it did. So let's see, if I remember correctly, there's an alternate way to do this. Do we select, I forget, do we select the alternate recipe, or, let me see here. So I don't remember how they do this. Oh yeah, that's what it is. So you just select the alternate recipe. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to change, wait, did I do that right? Because instead of the titanium crystals, yep. And this should have been the titanium crystals, even though it's not. How did that, what the heck? How did I mess this up? Oh, the titanium crystals are coming out of there. Wait, how did I mess this up? Oh, this is now starving on something else. This is now starving on the graphene, which I thought we had plenty of. Wait a minute, do we have more than one of these? We might have more than one of these. Well, whatever. We're now, yeah, we're going to have to come back over to this and rewire it once we get more of those, the graphene being produced. The graphene is produced by, let's see, what kind of, oh wait, we have a gas giant here. The gas giant is just hydrogen and deuterium. And I don't know if we are getting fire ice from anywhere. So fire ice will break down to hydrogen and graphene. But let's see. I don't believe that we are or we have anywhere that we're getting that. I don't believe so. Let me. Oh wait, actually, I guess we could check. Let's take a quick little fly around and see if we do have that. I'm kind of surprised we don't have that. But yeah. Well, so we'll set that up really quickly. It won't take us too long. We just have to go grab some more resources, find a solar system we're going to go to with it, or we can fly right back to the solar system that I said we are not going to be flying back to. So I guess we're going to go ahead and call me a liar. No, PJ, you can't call me a liar. Because I know that's exactly what he just did. If he's still watching. Okay. So we need to grab more solar cells. And I guess let's drop off some of this hydrogen stuff that we're not going to be using. Let's grab a bunch of those. And we'll get rid of this excess hydrogen that we have on us. I really wish it was easier to destroy things, but they don't quite have that yet in the game, so whatever. Yeah, we can put that in there. Don't need that. Guess we don't need a lot of this crap. So let's put all that in there. Okay, there's a bunch of more things, but I don't really care that much about it right now. Ah! Mouse, stop being weird today. Yeah, I guess let's put the rest of this crap in there. We don't need this. Yeah, alright. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, so we got some wind, we got some solar. Because we're going to have to go to that other planet. I think we're just going to be mining the fire ice directly. We're not going to be processing it there. Well... See, the thing is, if we process it there, well, we have two options. One, we can process a little bit of the fire ice there, which I think we should do, because then that will burn off some of the excess hydrogen and actually use that excess hydrogen for power. So that's one advantage to doing that. We'll need to grab a lot more of these chemical facilities to do that. But the disadvantage to doing that is that it does cost you more materials to, to use those warp cores to kind of go there and come back. So there's an advantage and there's a disadvantage to doing it. What is this running low on? This is running low on circuits. Should have plenty of those circuits kind of coming through. And this is another reason why I really kind of want to do a restart of it, is that there's a lot of little weird things that are just not being manufactured correctly. Yeah, you can see that right there. I'm not even sure we have circuits on our logistics network, but let's find out. Because if we can fix this really quickly, great. If not, we will fix it later. And when we do fix it, at least it will self-correct itself. Yes, good. We do have them on the logistics network. That's great. So let's see. We are dropping those off into here, and then that kind of goes through... Oh, wow, you can see that our blue science is completely stopped because of that. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, good. So at least we have this here, so that will solve that. So let's go ahead and set that to there. We're going to have to knock down some of these. Oh, wait, actually we didn't. Good, 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 good. We'll probably have to improve this later, but for right now, that's fine. But there you go. So now that should start dropping out to both those places. Half of it for logistics, half of it's going to be used for the science itself. I don't care that this is the slower conveyor belts right now. We'll deal with that later. Who cares right now? Okay, so let's see what else we need, because we want to get going over to the other, or back to where we were. We need some more accumulators. Just bring a good 2 stacks of those accumulators with us. Just kind of top ourselves off. So we're going to bring 150 of them. I mean, we don't need that many of them really, but we're going to do it anyway because we can. And we're also going to set this thing to start grabbing internationally. I keep saying that. Oh wait, this is setting it to remote demand, so it's possible that we are doing this somewhere. But it's saying at 140. Do we have it somewhere in the system? We might have fire ice in this system. We don't have it there. Do we have it here? We don't have it there. So where is it getting that fire ice from? Or it's getting the graphene from somewhere. I don't know where. Let's see. Okay, that's going there. Do we have anything here? Okay, we have fire ice there. We should take a look at this logistics vessel and see where it's actually going. I don't know what it's requesting, unfortunately. That is one thing that's a little bit tough to kind of figure out sometimes. But let's go ahead and we're going to zoom in on this, and then we can maybe figure out based on where it lands and where it takes off. Hot? What's hot? Okay, so it just went to number 3 planet. And that has fire ice. Okay, good. So we are getting fire ice from somewhere. But it appears that we just need to start burning off more of that hydrogen. Yeah, we got plenty of hydrogen, or we have plenty of it being requested here. But let's go ahead and set up more of these systems, and maybe we could start burning off more of this hydrogen faster. And that should hopefully tell it to start requesting more and more of the hydrogen from the other, or the graphene. That's what I was looking for. Because I think that it's just not producing enough. It's just not able to produce enough of the graphene because the hydrogen is kind of behind. So I guess if we just start burning off a lot of excess hydrogen, it should, in theory, start to solve that. So as you can see, we're just setting up a bunch of these, and we're just going to burn off quickly, which will solve a lot of our power problems at the same time. You know, it's funny, PJ. I looked over at your other message again, and for a second I thought it said, give me a shot again later. Like, you know, shots. Ha. My joke is bad, and I should feel bad. Alright, how are we doing on our power? But yeah, you can see our power is doing fine. Oh, we should take a look at our Dyson Sphere. Okay, yeah, it's doing good. You can see some of these areas are starting to fill in, which is nice. Yeah, this other part we'll deconstruct later. As we said, who cares about it right now? And you can't see it in the sun or in the sky right now, so who cares? But when the sun comes out, we'll take a look, and you should see it in the sky. It'll start looking kind of cool. Let's put out more of these. Oh, wait, why did it do that? That was weird. There we go. Oh, wow, that's weird. Why is it doing that? Huh. Oh, you know what? We need to increase the interval just a tiny bit. Yeah, I've had this weird issue where sometimes it doesn't... Yeah, you see that? It doesn't always line those up as expected. I don't know why it does that. It's really annoying. See there? Now it's going to align those correctly. I don't know. So weird. Yeah, see, there it goes. Puts the inserters in the correct spot. I don't know. Gremlins. Gotta be gremlins. I mean, this one's definitely having some issues because of the lack of foundation there. Yeah, there that goes. That fixes that. Hydrogen is always a pain in the neck to deal with in this game. But one way that we can deal with the excess hydrogen really quickly... okay, not quickly, but one of the ways that we can deal with the excess hydrogen is just to put it in some storage containers. When storage containers fill up, we just, well, dump them everywhere. Because that's completely safe, you know, just to leave hydrogen just everywhere. Because why not? You know, just release it into the atmosphere everywhere. What could possibly go wrong with that? Nothing bad has ever happened from using hydrogen. Oh, the huge manatee. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're just going to drop a bunch of that excess into this these storage containers here, and then we'll come back over and we'll just empty that out later. Tell it to increase the minimum load on the drones. And that should, keyword is should, start requesting more of the hydrogen, and once more of the hydrogen starts to free up, it should start grabbing more of the graphene. But I need to find out which one was doing that, because I need to actually set it there as well. Yeah, I can see this is the one that was doing it. 600 graphene coming in. That's still not nearly enough. But what we're going to do is we're going to also set this to just fill up a bunch of these storage containers, and then once those fill up, we will just get rid of them. I don't know what PJ's saying he has to, but, you know, he is, so... Oh, we need storage containers. Duh, let's go get some more of those. Where are they? Yep, over here. Yep, over here. There we go. Grab some more of those, and we're just going to set... Oh, wait, I did have some on me, because it didn't complete the full stack. Okay. Yeah, this particular game is a little bit of a mess. There's definitely some things I would want to improve on this game, but we're going to have to do it for the next one. This one, we're just playing a little bit until... I mean, hey, who knows? Next week, they might have the patch out. If the patch definitely comes out by next weekend, then, you know, it's very possible that we will be starting a new game. But honestly, like, we're kind of late game at this point, so it doesn't really matter that much. You know, but, I mean, you can see I'm building up the Dyson Sphere. There are some other things that we'll start to get, like the artificial sun. Just a little bit of logistics and stuff that you need for that. But I have a sneaking suspicion that we'll be able to churn through these games a lot faster when the blueprints come out. I don't think anybody's actually created any blueprint sites yet. If it's like, well, they also haven't mentioned whether you'll be able to easily share the blueprints or not. So with Factorio, they did a great thing where the blueprints. Oh, I could have put that a little closer. Oh well. The blueprints with Factorio are really easy to share because they're actually just a JSON object. I know that's kind of a nerdy term for those who are not technical, but it's just basically a way of sharing data as like just a in an easy way that's copy and pastable. It's not binary data. It was a very smart move on their part. And, okay, you can see that, you know, it did request a bunch, and it's going out, and it's still continuing to go out to get more. And I'm hoping that that frees up the graphene production, so it, in theory, should start producing more graphene now. But I think we can confirm that by finding out what our graphene production is. Just go to entire solar or star system, star cluster, whatever. Then we're going to find our graphene in here, and then we can see whether our production has increased or not. If it has not increased, then we should go out and find out. So you can see we're consuming more than we're producing. Set that to number 1 because it's something we're kind of interested in right now. Actually, we should also put hydrogen on there too. So we want to make sure that we're consuming more than we're producing. I mean, it's... So you can see we're producing 3,000, we're consuming 2,800. See, we definitely have increased our consumption, but it's still not quite enough. But let's drop this down. I wish there was a 5-minute period, but there's not. So you can see our production is now up to 362, so that's good. And over the past 10 minutes, it was at, oh, it's 362. Okay, consumption, we're still consuming more than we're producing. Let's set this to 1 hour. Yeah, so I think we still might need to fly there and improve that a little bit. But let's set up a few more of these storages, and we'll just deal with all that excess hydrogen later. Which is just, why procrastinate today when you could do it tomorrow? Which is basically, that is PJ's way of life. PJ is a really good friend, so I can give him crap as much as I want. There we go. Just putting more of these and more of these. Just deal with that juicy hydrogen later, and I guess we'll just put one more of these, and then as we need, we'll just come over here and just dump all this hydrogen all over the floor. And then deal with that later if we need to. But yeah, so anyway, so yeah, I'm hoping that they have that kind of a system where you can easily share your blueprints with others. Because, I mean, if they don't, I mean, maybe they'll add it later. But if they do, well, first it'd be great if they had something built in the game. JavaScript is cancer. Well, yeah, I mean, JavaScript itself kind of sucks, but that doesn't really have anything to do with JSON itself. Well, I guess, yeah, okay, I see your point. Yeah, I get it. Like, yeah, JSON is basically just JavaScript objects, essentially. But you know what? It's a standard. Everything uses, you know, JavaScript. or everything uses JSON objects. So, you know, it is what it is. PJ's been kind of out of the tech industry for a little while, so yeah. Take whatever PJ says about, you know, technology with a grain of salt, because he kind of doesn't like anything. He spends the majority of his time complaining about technology instead of ways of making it better. He doesn't like anything. But hey, that's just PJ. All right, so I think we're going to have to fly that galaxy to find out kind of what's going on there. And before we fly there, because we're going to have to increase our production there, but what we're going to do is we're going to just go to, yeah, you can see right here that our production is only 30 per minute. We need a lot more production than that. And the hydrogen, you can see that we're producing 18, we're only consuming 14. So we're definitely going to have to fill, or, you know, create more things to burn off all that excess hydrogen there. So unfortunately, you can't just delete it, you know, or set it to the void or something like that. It's hydrogen. I mean, especially if it's another galaxy, we should just be able to release it into the atmosphere. All right, so this time I definitely have the things that I need. Good on conveyors, good on chemical plants. Got enough of these, the thermal power. We actually should grab another stack of the thermal power. Let's set up our waypoints. This is going good. This is still going to continue to fill up. And let's see here. I believe it was it the 31? Oh, crap. I missed which one it was. Yes, the 31. Okay. Oopsies. Wrong button. Okay, let's see if we can figure out. Oh, yeah, it was number 3 planet, because that's the only one that has fire ice. Well, this one also had the optical grading crystals. Okay, that's good to know. So, yeah, there we go. There's that. And, oops, there goes the save game. Let's take off. Yeah, I know, I did kind of fly through that building. Oh, that's a bummer that the gas giant's right there. Huh, I kind of wonder what happens if it would let me fly right through that gas giant. It doesn't, unfortunately, because we can't really test it because we couldn't get far enough away. We have to get to 1,000 meters in order to engage our warp drives, but we can test that in the future. So I'm kind of curious if, you know, that is one thing that they say that if we are able to create faster and light travel or like warp drives or something like that, that is a big concern. What happens if you know, go through a planet? Like, that would be kind of an issue. Okay, almost there. Going to the 3rd planet, so you can see that indicators are already kind of leading us up that way. Trying to go up. There we go. That was okay. I couldn't push myself up any further while going through there. So we are up to 85 subscribers on YouTube, so that's exciting. I'm getting close to my 100 goal. You know, please like, subscribe, share, you know. It really does help, believe it or not, you know, doing even just liking every single one of my episodes when you watch them. Helps a ton with the algorithm. Like, seriously, it is just, I know you hear YouTubers say that crap all the time, but I'm not kidding you. It is critical. You cannot grow a show without it. So, and it goes beyond me. I mean, if you are watching a show that you really enjoy and you want to, you know, keep seeing that content, you got to like it. And by the way, giving it downvote also does technically give it a little bit of traction, but, you know, don't give me a downvote if you do enjoy the content. I mean, if you really don't like the content and you want to give me a downvote, like, give me a reason at least if you're giving a downvote, because if there's something I need to improve, like, please let me know. See, exactly what I suspected. We're just not burning off enough hydrogen. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this down, and we're going to create a brand new line of this. Because this is completely stopped right now, because we can't produce any more graphene because we're just not burning off enough hydrogen. And yeah, I know, right, PJ? PJ's claiming a shape of the Earth that is not true, and of course, PJ doesn't actually believe that. He's just doing that because he knows that I listen to a lot of those debates. Yeah, there are people in this world who refuse to believe that the Earth is a damn globe. It's 2020, and there are people in this world who... I don't know. I don't know if it's a failure in education or just I don't know. But there are people who do that. And no, I'm not saying what it is, but you can pretty much infer that. Because unfortunately, a lot of platforms like YouTube and Twitch, believe it or not, do not like it when you talk about that. Because advertisers just aren't big fans of talking about that. So because of that, they don't want people to really talk about it. And that's why you get, out of the algorithm for that kind of stuff. So that's why I just speak in metaphors. Well, I think I speak in metaphors all the time. Maybe that's why Brittany can never understand me. I mean, what? If she's listening, she's probably rolling her eyes right now. Oh, wow, these didn't actually get... Crap, why didn't it do that? Huh. That's weird. Some of these did not get the sorter didn't show up in there like it should have. That's weird. I don't know why that happened. So yeah, I mean, I guess, is it faster to just tear down all those? Yeah, it's probably faster just to tear those down and then rebuild them because it did not give those like it was supposed to. It should have added these sorters, and it didn't. I don't know why. That's so weird. Let's try that again. That happens every once in a while. It's kind of annoying, but there it goes. Now that has them in place, I think. Yep, there it goes. The Earth is a trapezoid. Yeah, exactly. I was watching one of those debates the other day, and one of the big questions is, do you, for the people, it's the question towards people who claim the Earth is not a globe. They the question is, okay, well, do you have any measurements for that? And there's a way of using trigonometry to basically show that the angles, when you do surveying, that the angles are greater than 180 degrees, which shows that it's a globe. Very, very simple. So I made a joke about I basically said, oh my God, triangles? You're using triangles? Triangle Earth confirmed. And yeah, got a little bit of a laugh out of that one from people, but yeah. I know, it's not as funny. Okay, yeah, I can see that, those are getting burned off, but I didn't go far enough in. I should have actually put my... Yeah, I guess what we could do is we could just run this down this way. Well, no. It's only those that are being... crap. I messed that up. Oh, well. Since we do have a bunch more of those, we'll just burn off a little bit more. So we'll just kind of come over here and we'll set up more of these. And the good thing is by setting up these down here, we'll be able to get a little bit of that soil. Because we're going to just set up right here. And you can see each time it goes through one of those little mountainous kind of areas, it does take in some of that soil. Where are these? Here we go. I mean, yeah, these are kind of messy, but on the remote planets, it doesn't matter so much because you don't really see them as much. Unless you're just going for that total perfectionist angle, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with being a perfectionist. Okay, there we go. That should now start getting some fuel. Let's make sure this connects as expected. There it goes, good. And we'll just connect out a bunch more of these. Oh, see that? It didn't get it again. Oh, wait, some of them... Oh, no, they did get it. Okay. It's weird because it wasn't showing the sorter there at first for all of the ghosted ones. Seems like it was showing it for most, but some of them seem like they were missing. I don't know. That was weird. Okay, those should be good. Yep, those are all lighting up. Excellent. And now let's come over here. We'll run another line of those. And we'll expand out the number of chemical factories that we have here, or chemical plants, whatever they call them. So this way it could... Now you'll notice what I did was I copied this first one first, and then pasted it. And then now I copied the other ones, and then used that for copy-paste. When I do that, it seems like sometimes it's a little bit more reliable, but it isn't always the case. So I'm still trying to figure out like how to get this to be a little bit more reliable. But yeah, I guess we'll just do it that way. We'll let it have its space. Oh wait, yeah, see? It's missing now. What the hell? I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. See, we do have the sorter, and see, now it's not doing that. So weird. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, it's a little bit inconsistent. It's probably one of the bugs that, they just gotta fix. Maybe they'll fix it in the blueprint patch. There it goes. Okay, so that should start burning off a little bit more of that hydrogen. I still gotta fix these damn headphones. I keep forgetting about it. The problem is that they have these little straps that kind of keep hitting into my head, and it's not fun. But yeah, you can see we still always constantly have this excess hydrogen. Just to kind of get a little bit more of this production going quicker, we're just going to put some of this in tanks. We're going to let it drain out, and we're just going to delete a bunch of it really quickly. And this is just a cheap and easy way to deal with this, with all the excess hydrogen. You don't want to do it all the time because that means you have to keep constantly coming back to dump it out. So this is not a long-term solution. This is just a deal with it right now, just to kind of get things going again and flowing again. Because our graphene production has just come to a complete crawl, and that's not good. So we need that graphene production for, for our sciences. Need it for our planar filters, which we needed for the stage 3 or the second stage smelters, the plane smelters. Is that what they call them? Oops, I forgot to select the recipe there. There we go. There we go. Cool. Now you can see it's starting to use some of that. It is burning off a little bit. It's not burning it off very fast, but it's burning it off. I can move around the chemical plants. I could have, fed this back into itself. There's a lot of different ways I could have done that. But whatever, who cares? This is fine for now. Let's go ahead and run a couple more of these. We'll just run some more of these lines. This is going to be an issue with this being right here, but we will just skip over that spot. As long as we get our logistics through, that's all that really matters. That's weird. I don't know why I did that. Oh, that was weird. Like, I selected and it just, stopped building somehow. That's weird. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, whatever. Gonna need to consume some of the soil that we have to fill that in a little bit, but we'll deal with that in just a second. This, we're gonna need to put a... ooh, I want to switch away from that tool. But we're going to need to put a splitter here, because we're going to need to split it out the other direction as well. Brittany just messaged me saying that she's heading back home, so that's good. Wonder if she had fun at the mall. I wonder if she checked out the Lego store. It's actually a Lego store at the... she's saying she accidentally took her sweater out of her backpack and she's cold. Sorry, just texting her back to let her know that I miss her and I can't wait to see her. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and plop down more of these. They'll at least get some of our graphene production going a little bit quicker, which will be good. And I don't know how much of this we'll be able to expand out, but We're also going to need to use some of that soil that we've already collected here to kind of fill in. I mean, well, we can fill this in right here and use some of that soil, or we can just say screw it and just skip over that area. But I think I will use some of that soil, and we'll just kind of fill in just the spot that we need so we don't waste a lot of the soil. And because I do have a bunch of extra foundation on us, we can we can just get all that soil that we wasted back. I mean, look, we've got 4 million soil, we're good. So it doesn't really matter. I did actually run out of soil like twice in my other game. Like I had like 2 or 3 million, and then I went to a planet that was like mostly ocean, and oh my god, like it just took so much soil. But the recent change with the oil to be not recent. I mean, when they introduced the Milky Way, they introduced. I built this backwards. Oopsies. But yeah, when they introduced the Milky Way, they changed oil so it's no longer an infinite resource. But I had to go to this one planet that had like an ocean, which was great that it had an ocean if I needed a lot of water, but it was also kind of terrible because I had to use a lot of soil to just to make foundation to just set up my nodes for oil extraction. I don't know how much of that could have went. But yeah, still having some, by the way, having some issues with the Valheim dedicated server ever since that last patch. Like, I don't know what happened. Dedicated server just died. It just keeps crashing. Like, I don't know if it corrupted my map. I don't know what happened. So I'm still working on that. It's another reason I've just been playing Dyson Sphere program on the stream. After last week's little debacle with that. But it definitely seems like next week we'll be playing Dyson Sphere program again. See how things go after that. And I don't know. We'll kind of see. Maybe we'll take a little bit of a break from Dyson Sphere program, even though there's going to be a patch. A lot of people are going to be playing. So maybe I should just keep with it up till next week, and then we can just come back to Valheim at another point. Q3, they're going to be releasing the Home and Homestead update, which is going to have a bunch of people kind of coming back to the game, because let's face it, I mean, a lot of people have beaten all the bosses. Once you beat all the bosses, like, there's limits to how much you could do things in the game. You know, yeah, you could play through it a couple times, but, you know, you're going to get bored after a certain point. So, but that'll bring a lot of people back to the game, and I think that'll be a good time to get the community server going again. I don't know if we'll do Valheim Plus or not. Maybe we will just stick it. Oh, wow, we actually ran out of fire ice there. Okay, we're going to stop building out because clearly we just don't have enough fire ice in this spot. Let's see. Fire ice in this planet is... Oh, 6 million. Okay, so we can still get more. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up some local logistics. We're going to set this up here. We're going to tell this to demand local fire ice. Demand from local. No, I don't know why I set that all the way to max, but who cares? There we go. And let's go ahead and just kind of preemptively put this like... Oh, you know what? Actually, let's do it this way. We're going to connect this in. I know this is a little bit sloppy, but there's a reason for this. We're going to run this over. Bring it back down. Actually, let's cut this out first. We're going to have this reconnect. And then we're going to set the input priority to be this one. So it's mining first. And then anything... Oops, wow, how did that happen? I don't know how that happened. That was weird. Oh, I guess I wasn't on there. Okay, whatever. So the mining here will be always the priority because we're going to let that one run out first. And then everything coming off the logistics network will be a secondary. See, we have some fire ice over here. Now that this time I actually remembered to bring the long power cables or power lines. We can do this the correct way. See, there's some more fire ice here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop a planetary logistics right. I don't know, we'll drop it right in the middle. Drop another one of these kind of closer. Drop this Tesla tower here. And in this way, we could have both of these supplying at the same time. Then this one will just give a nice, I don't know, like 10. This way they're going back and forth. One's requesting, one's dropping off. I mean, I guess we could have just had the other one always requesting, but don't cross the fire ice. That's a good one. I like that. What happens if we cross the fire ice, PJ? What happens? Would that be bad? You know, because I'm fuzzy about this whole good bad thing. Oh my god, so speaking of Ghostbusters, we were watching Sopranos last night. So Brittany has never watched Sopranos. There's a lot of shows she just never got a chance to see. So, you know, I convinced her to start watching. At first she was like, you know, I wouldn't watch a show for anyone but you. She was like, kind of like, she didn't really want to watch it, I can tell. But I think she's getting a little bit more into it. Even though right now she's saying she's a little bit burnt out, like, because, you know, she can't binge watch shows like I can. But anyway, so we were watching it, and one of his lawyers pop up, and I'm like he was on for like 2 episodes, and then it occurred to me, holy crap, that's the mayor from Ghostbusters. And you know, like, I mean, it was a long time between, you know, Sopranos and Ghostbusters, so the guy actually looked pretty good for his age at that point. I'm sure now he looks like a skeleton, but but I was like, oh my god, it's the mayor from Ghostbusters. And Brittany kind of gave me a look of like, okay, like, how do you know this and why do you care? And I'm like, you know, what do you mean biblical, you know? But yeah, it would be bad. You know, PJ, I'm still fuzzy about this whole good bad thing. What do you mean bad? Okay, just getting this one set up, and then that should start supplying some more fire ice immediately to the other one. And then we'll get the other one filled up, and then that should help our production of the graphene for a little bit, I hope. I mean, I guess we could, let's see, how's that going? Yeah, you can see that the graphene is definitely being produced a lot faster now. You can see that we have kind of solved our hydrogen issue. I think we were just requesting so much of it that we kind of restarted back to 0, and that's totally okay. Vinny? Is that the guy's name, Vinny? Is that his real name? Oh! Wait, no, Vinny. Wait. Huh? What? But no, we were also noticing that there's a guy on The Sopranos who plays Vinny on Family Guy. When there was the other dog, Vinny. Yeah. I assume that's what you're talking about, but when I was watching it again... No. PJ, you're messing up the quote. His name was Lenny. Lenny. Not Vinny. Lenny. Because he said, Lenny, you could save the lives of millions of registered voters. It was Lenny. But anyway... But it's funny that you say Vinny, because there's a guy in Sopranos that, I forget his name, but the one guy, the guy with the, he's got the 2 little white stripes in his hair, but, he, no, not the singer from White Stripe. I mean, like, he's got those 2 little, like, white spots in his head. But he plays, the other dog on Family Guy, his name was Vinny, so it was kind of funny. So we were watching Family Guy, and I told Brittany, I was like, oh yeah, you know, that's the guy from Sopranos, and she didn't know who I was talking about. But so when we watch the next episode, you'll totally get it. And we started watching the next episode, and she goes, oh, got it, okay. So yeah, PJ, it's your bad. You should immediately fire yourself out of a cannon into the sun. And I mean directly into the sun. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Yeah, I know, PJ. Of course you love White Stripes, the band. I'm not surprised. Not saying anything bad about that. I'm just saying I'm not surprised. Christ. Anyway. I miss you, PJ. You gotta come visit one of these years. Because I can tell you, I'm sure as hell not going to Ohio to visit you. Just, that's not happening. There are things in this world I'm doing, and I can tell you, it's not one of them. I'm supposed to go out to Jersey later on this year. A friend of mine's having a wedding, and I'm going out there for a couple of days to go to his wedding and also to pop in and see my grandmother. I think Brittany's going to go with me, and I don't think she has a very high thought of Jersey after watching Sopranos, but I keep reminding her, I'm like, no, that's just they're depicting, stereotypical North Jersey. There's very little. Now, of course, the story is fictionalized. It's fictionalized characters, that kind of thing. I mean, it's, I did grow up around friends that, anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, but it's yeah. I mean, of course, they do hike up the stereotypes of Jersey in Sopranos, but that's not how it is. But I do hear the Brittany coming in the front door right now. So quick, everybody hide! Brittany just walked in the door.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Brittany.
Hi.
So while you were at the mall, did you go to the Lego store?
I did not.
That's probably a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that store is dangerous.
It's dangerous for you.
It is dangerous for me. That is true. I had to tell them at one point that I asked them if they could ban me from the store, and they wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're one of your best. You're one of their best customers.
Believe it or not, I'm not one of their best customers. But you would look at my apartment some days and think that I am one of their best customers. But yeah, I've bought a lot of stuff from Lego. I have a lot of Lego set.
It is so cold out
PJ
there.
says hi.
Hi, PJ.
And PJ asks, how cold is it? Holy crap, that's cold. Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome.
Brat.
What?
I ask her how cold it is. She puts her hands on me. And oh my god, thank you. Now I'm cold. You know what? Just for that, can you
Yes.
warm me up some coffee, please?
Just
thank
warm,
you.
not fresh? Just warm this up, not fresh?
Fresh? Yeah, sure. Fresh would be great.
Okay.
PJ says, dude, that Brick It app.
Huh?
The Brick It app. Brick It app.
I didn't understand a word you said, but okay.
Cold, hot? PJ, you're not making any sense. How drunk are you already?
I mean, it is Saturday night. What is it, 10 o'clock over there?
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, of course. Yeah. PJ, it's 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. You still have your pants on. What's the occasion? It's great because his real name is Peter.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to call him that because that just doesn't sound right. Like, he is just not Peter. Peter? Peter? I'm holding Hooters. Alright, so I think we got our graphene production a little bit improved. Yeah, you can see it's definitely picking some up. So let's go ahead and head back to our main planet. PJ just put a laughing face, so I don't know. It scans your Lego. Okay, first off, it's Lego. It's not Legos. It's Lego, alright? So just, yeah. It scans your Lego and makes stuff. Okay, makes what? I mean, are you talking about, like, MOC blueprints or what? Like, MOC is my own creation. It's a series of, for people who make a lot of, like, custom Lego, they will, post their blueprints for their stuff, and they just call them MOCs, which are my own creations. I don't know, it's just kind of a thing. But, Lego's actually very smart with that. They actually, for those that don't know, they have this little section on their website called Lego Ideas. And you can submit your ideas to them. And if you get, I think it's 10,000 people to support your Lego set, your idea, and then Lego will review your idea. Now, of course, there are limitations to it. Like, you can't make a tank. Lego does not like real weapons. Like, fantasy weapons are okay with,
Remember,
but like,
give the disclaimer that you're not advertising.
yes, I'm not a typical disclaimer. I am not. Thank you for reminding me, Brittany. I am not sponsored by Lego or anything like that. This has nothing to do with them, but these are just my own personal opinions. But anyway, but yeah, so I mean, there are limits to it. Like, for example, they won't make things that are like, you can't make a Sherman tank and try to get them to sell it because they won't make real weapons of war. But they're okay with like certain fantasies, so that's why they do like Star Wars and all that. Because let's face it, Star Wars is a huge franchise. So, oh, that's hot. Thank you.
The hot, fresh coffee is hot.
I know. Isn't that weird? The hot, fresh coffee is hot. I know. How ironic. So anyway, but so there are certain limitations to it, and if there are things that require licensing, and they can't obtain the licensing, or it's just not that licensing agreement just won't cover it. Then, like for example, if you made something Lego Star Wars, chances are they're probably not going to do it for ideas, because I'm sure that there's just so much licensing and contracts and stuff involved that they're just going to be like, yeah, no, just not going to waste our time. But anyway, but there's a lot of really cool things that came out of Lego Ideas. So definitely check that out. And if, you can even buy some of those. And I think that what they do is like the creator will get a copy of the set first for free. And of course, Lego keeps all the money. What a shock. But I think that they put something in like the booklet or whatever, and they just kind of call you out and say like, you made this or whatever. I really think they should give you a percentage of the profits, but hey, whatever. So let's face it, you did come up with it. It's kind of annoying because like SpaceX, like there's been so many people who've submitted so many awesome SpaceX rockets, and none of them have ever been approved. Like they've always hit 10,000 and it just went nowhere. No idea why. Just is what it is. So this is weird. We went through all that stuff to get those Casimir crystals, and we are still running into some issues. But we are now running into some issues with the hydrogen. Go figure. But part of that issue is that we are burning off so much of that hydrogen. I can't win here, I swear. So now we got to go back over here, and we got to turn off wasting all of that hydrogen, and we're going to kind of feed it back into the system. And so at least we can start making a bunch of those, and it will balance itself out eventually. Hopefully. In theory, perhaps, possibly. Some Egyptians may believe. Okay, so here we have a ton of hydrogen. That's all the hydrogen that we're just feeding into there. But what we're going to do is, instead of just dumping this hydrogen over the floor, which is super, super, super eco-friendly, right? We're just going to cut that off there. And then we're going to feed this back in here, so it will actually just... Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, let's not do that. Let's get a local logistics. Oh, wait, this one will work. Yeah. We'll get this local logistics here, and we'll set it to supply that. Let's see. Let's make sure this is here. We'll put a... I don't know. Who cares? We'll just put a bunch in there. How many drones are we going to put in there? Yes.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Is this Pennsylvania?
Yes.
I don't know if you heard Brittany in the background, but she was saying Hirsch. P. Tier Griffin. Yeah, exactly. Oh, gee. That's an interesting way to say Jesus, but okay. I need to call you. Okay. I don't know what that's about, PJ, but okay.
It's not 4 in the morning again.
Yeah, don't call me at 4 in the morning again. Thank you. It wasn't 4 in the morning, but it was still... Well, 4 in the morning for him, so yeah. That was not a lie, Brittany.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it was. I don't know. I'm still going to call you a liar. I mean, what? Did I say that out loud?
Maybe.
All right, so let's see here. There we go. That's whoops. No, don't. Nope, 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 nope. Don't want that to happen. You can see we are starting to bring in more of the logistics, or the logistics coming in remotely with some more hydrogen. So it's good. We did burn off a lot of that excess. Wow, that's hot. Yeah, you can see that. So this one right here, we're just taking everything back out of the tanks and putting it back in there. I know there was another one that we did this with, but I don't know where it went. Oh, it's over here. This is all those. Okay, there we go. I think it's probably okay to... Yeah, I guess we can turn this off now. We can tell it to stop wasting all this excess now. We'll turn it back on again in the future if it becomes an issue. Let's make sure that these are set to something reasonable. There we go. Can't believe for the longest time I missed having these things set to 100%. I just can't believe that. Still kind of kicking myself for that because wasted so much energy in the past dealing with that. Okay, yeah, we'll set that to that. Same with this one. I don't feel like doing it for all these, but just a couple of those. Okay, that's good. Same for this one. And that as well. Coming over here, same deal. Okay, that should be good. Oh yeah, as we're flying through, we can update a few more of these, but we're going to go over and take a look at our... Oh, actually, wait. Before we go over there, let's take a look to see if we are now producing enough graphene for those planar things to start being produced. Because that's kind of the whole reason we started that process. And no, it's still not producing the planar filters fast enough. Now, the thing is, we are producing them. We are producing a lot more probably now. But the thing is, we're not producing enough to go into the logistics network. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to just kind of split that out. And you can see we're still having a little bit of an issue supplying enough hydrogen. That's okay. It'll start to correct itself a little bit more. Oh, I guess what we could do is start setting this to 100%. That'll stop wasting as much energy. Well, I mean, it'll be a little more efficient on the drones because the drones aren't flying out to get like 3 hydrogen each time. Maybe they'll get like closer to a full load. And yeah, you can see that we are... Time zones are a scam, I know, right? But yeah, you can see it's now starting to bring in plenty more. So it should stop wasting that as much. Keyword is as much. Let's go find our planar filters. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to fork some of that to not just go into the... into being produced for our research, but also some of it just to go back into the logistics network itself. And I know there was a brand new one that we were building here. I don't remember where it was. But yeah, see, this is where our initial planar filter production was. But one of the things that we can do... Oh, it looks like we're running... Wait, are we having issues with... Oh, no, the glass is just a pass-through. That's right. But what we can do is we can upgrade some of these to Mark III, which will actually speed up the production of that. And actually, you know, another way we can do this, we could tell it to skip belts and sorters, and then we can just do this based on area. Upgrade several of these at once. So we're already at Mark III for our sorters. We don't have to worry about... actually, we could have just done a just normal upgrade. It would have just tried to upgrade everything, but whatever. But yeah, you can see, even though we are supplying those, we're not making enough to just handle the supply of quantum processors here. And you can see each of these quantum processors, they require quite a bit of these plane filters. So you can see that we're just not producing nearly enough. What is this? Oh, I guess PJ sent me a link to that app. I will have to check that out. That definitely sounds interesting. Thank you for that, PJ. I do have a Lego set, so, yeah. Right now I'm not trying not to build any Lego set right now because there's a possibility I might be switching to another unit soon, and I don't feel like disassembling everything, and yeah. So, wait, I was supposed to find out this week, but I think my building manager is still out. So, okay, so you can see that we are just not going to hit our production requirements because we're just still not producing nearly enough of these Casimir crystals. So that's kind of an issue. So what we will do is we're going to come over here. We're going to set up another logistics station here. And this one is going to be just to fork a smaller amount of the planar filters, and we're only going to have it supply like 100. So at first it will waste a little bit, but that's okay because it's just going to go over there and it's only going to be used towards supplying what is needed for to create those the second generation of these smelters. Let's see, I think that should be good there. Give a little bit of power. Now, of course, it's going to go up to the maximum. See, I don't know if we have any requesters on the other end, so we'll just give it one. Logistics, so it can just kind of fly what it needs to. Oh, it looks like it did have one over there. But that's okay, because it's going to send what it needs to. And then once it does produce enough of those, then it will stop. It will stop stealing it away. But right now, yeah, it's basically stealing everything, so this isn't the most efficient way. It probably would be better to set off set kind of a splitter, but whatever. Like, actually, wait, so this is the output, so we could, oh yeah, you know what, there's another way we could do this. So instead of wasting all of it, we can just put the splitter here, so only half of that half that's going into it. So 25% will head to the other place. So yeah, do that like that. And then we'll connect this thing in. So now, and the way that I do that math is that, okay, so 50% in this line is going in here, 50% in this line is going in here. But because we have the splitter on only this side, that means that only 50% of this side is going in here. So give or take 25% of it total. You can see half is going half and half is going the other. So we don't shut down our quantum production. No disassemble. Okay, so now let's see. Yeah, still a bit of an issue with these Casimir crystals. And the problem was our hydrogen. We ended up using so much of it, or we burned off so much of it that we're actually kind of in a bad spot now. So maybe we went a little bit too overboard with it, but that's okay, because I think we have some more hydrogen in some containers around here somewhere. Oh yeah, this was our brand new hydrogen production, or this was our new Casimir production over here. And yeah, you can see that we do have a ton of hydrogen here. We got 10,000 hydrogen. We don't have the... Oh wait, we're not going to need the titanium crystals. That's good. So let's get rid of that. We're going to replace it with these optical crystals. And we're not going to grab all of them just to make sure that I didn't mess this up. So we're going to do local demand. Minimum number of drones. We're going to set that to more max. That should have told it to request more. Oh, because we only did a smaller amount. That's right. Okay. So we're going to set this to no longer be the alternate or the main recipe. We're going to set that to be the alternate recipe. And once we confirm this is exactly what we want, then we'll just tell it to go through and request all of it, which will send out a ton of drones and they'll all go and do their thing. But then, yeah, you can see basically I have, whoops. You can see that we have just one of these producing it, and it's going to feed into two of these, and then that will go down into this, well, we never built it, but we're going to have another logistics here. That's going to take all those planar filters and put them back into the logistics network, so we'll set that other one to be demand instead of supply. So let's go ahead and put that in place now. I need to pick up more foundation when we're over there. We're back towards our mall. That should be good. There we go. Oh, good. We had power. Oh, wait. No, we don't have power. Never mind. Wait, why is that not connected? That should be connected to it. Oh, I don't know. That was weird. Okay, we'll do this. There we go. Okay. Is this getting close to delivering it yet? Ah, it has delivered it, but we did not specify the other recipe for this, so that's okay. Go ahead and set that. There we go. Oh, that's wrong. Nope, 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 nope. That is totally wrong. We don't want that one doing that. Why did we do that? That was totally wrong. Ah, crap. Okay, we gotta set this one to it. That's what it is. Yeah, I totally messed that up. Oh yeah, so remember how I was complaining about, the ability to be able to pick things up off of the logistics? I realized there is a way to do it. When you click on a conveyor belt, you can just click on this, and it will pick it up, which is so awesome. I can't believe that I didn't realize that for so long. It's something I just realized recently, and I was kind of kicking myself for it, but I realized, whatever, who cares? And the same thing is you can place things back down on there by doing the exact same thing. So you just click on the logistics, or excuse me, the conveyor belt, and then, wait, why is it not letting me do that? Oh, you gotta hit E, sorry. And then you just kind of drag the item over there, and then you drop it in place, and then it does the same thing. It goes and picks it up. I can't believe that I missed that for so long, the fact that you can do that, but it's awesome that you can do that. So, great little tip for you. Now you can see we were starting to produce our planer thingies here. We did not give it an output. I don't know why we didn't give it an output. Let's go ahead and fix that now. Then we'll get our logistics kind of set up, and we will scale this out further. This one I kind of messed up here because it's kind of feeding it in a weird way, so I guess we kind of have to fix this, because we need this one to be in a different spot. There we go. I don't know why I did that way. I'm not even sure why those are actually coming out of the logistics network. It doesn't actually make any sense. There's no reason for those to be coming out of the logistics network. It literally makes no sense. I have no idea why I did that. I was following a pattern that somebody had put together, but clearly there were some flaws in either the way that I put it together or the way that they designed it. I don't know. Could be a little bit of both. Okay, let's grab some of this graphene, and oh wait, that's going to be a bit of an issue. So let's just run this through here. Put this in to basically supply it back out. And we'll just top that thing off because I don't feel like dealing with it. Tell it this is the planer. So it's fine. This will also start producing, or supplying a little bit to the rest of the logistics network. The only place that was really needed was for those level 2 smelters. I guess we can actually, we can just destroy that. And all that excess hydrogen and stuff we can put directly into the machines. And there we go. Now it's going to start supplying those out. Let's come back over here, and then we can start scaling this up further. Oh yeah, you can see that we are full on the hydrogen, or full on the graphene there, so we have to feed it directly into the machines. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of a pain. Yeah, these only accept like 30. Blah. Luckily, it accepts a lot more hydrogen, so that's good. That's okay. So what we're going to do now... See, it would be a lot easier if we could just copy and paste and just stamp out this entire thing. But unfortunately, they don't let you do that. So what we have to do is we have to copy and paste each of these section by section. So we're going to copy paste that one. Then we're going to copy paste this one. And then we have to basically we're just using the dropper tool. It's not the dropper tool, but the ghost tool, whatever you want to call it. Drop that there, and then we just have to keep repeating that over and over again. Let's give this some power to make sure those are producing as expected, and then we can just keep going down and stamping out more of these. Some braking occurred, the dolly was involved, that's all we know. I'm surprised with you, PJ. You missed that last line of the quote. The last line of that quote was, "That's all we know." It's kind of scary that I know that. Okay, yeah, you can see that these are, it is producing the correct amount of it, but this is going to have to catch up. Oh, wait, this one does not have the titanium glass. Why is this one missing the titanium glass? Do we not have enough of those? Wait, we have enough of those sorters. That's kind of weird. This one should have grabbed the titanium glass. You see this sorter right here? It should have grabbed it. No idea why it didn't. That's really weird. Okay, whatever. So we'll... Oh, wait, this one... Why is it set to output there? That doesn't make any sense. That did a weird copy-paste. That should not have happened that way. Did I copy-paste the wrong one? That's possible. Yeah, I must have copy-pasted the wrong one. Okay, that's whatever. All right, cool. The magic of copy pasta. Yes, exactly. I love that phrase. Okay, this time let's make sure that we're copying and pasting the right ones. Copy pasta comes from kind of a, it's kind of an engineering joke about like copy and pasting your code and getting things completely wrong through the magic of copy and paste. I heard PJ, you might approve this one. I saw a great comeback about somebody on Stack Overflow, or about somebody finding their answers on Stack Overflow. It was something like, "What did you do? Get the answer for this code from the Stack Overflow's answers or from the question?" I thought that was a great insult. Oh, did I mess that up again? Oh, wait, no, it's just waiting on the Casimir. Yeah, I gotta find out if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not, so we're gonna probably have to come up with another name for it. Because, when I can't pronounce things, I come up with my own name for it. I bet you Brittany has her headphones on and she's not listening to me. I mean, I can't blame her because I don't listen to me half the time either. That's a lie. I don't listen to myself at all, ever. I guess let's go through and we'll just kind of finish this line and then we'll come back and do the other side. It's a little bit easier to do one half at a time. Plus we have to expand this out a little bit further. Gives us an idea how much we can produce at a time. Tell you, I can't wait for the blueprints. This stuff will be so much easier when you can do blueprints or copy paste, because we could have just stamped out this. And that's another reason why I'm like excited about when the next major patch comes out. I want to start a brand new game because I kind of want to see how much further we can get, how much faster. Yeah, you can see we're still running a little bit low on these, on these crystals. Oh, we got to tell this thing to start grabbing a lot more of these crystals. That's why. There we go. Kick the demand all the way up to high gear, and you're going to see a whole ton of those drones fly out all at record speeds. And they're going to go out and request a whole ton of those, come back, and then we will not have those supply issues anymore. See, that's why it's kind of held up right now. They're way better than using the titanium crystals. Those titanium crystals just require way too many resources. Now, yeah, I guess I should have built this back a little bit further so we can have an even amount. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can push this out a little tiny bit further. Okay, yeah, so we can delete that. Good, disassemble. Dr. Zoidberg. Shrink wrap. PJ, are you just saying random words? I swear, one of these days I'm going to have PJ on the show. And, I mean, it's going to be the worst show ever because, like, he's going to end up getting me demonetized, even though I'm not monetized. It's kind of more an expression than anything. I mean, he'll probably do more damage to my stream than he would do good, but it would be fun. No, but if I can get him before he's drunk for the day. then it wouldn't be so bad. But no, I think it would be fun to have PJ on at some point. Get to hear him complain about how much he doesn't like technology. He's one of those people that just always has an issue with everything. He just complains about all tech. He complains about movies. He just hates all movies. He just doesn't like movies. And then when you say that to him, he'll just say, no, I just like good movies. His definition of what a good movie is, basically any movie made before the turn of the century is what he considers to be a good movie, I guess. I don't know. He changes his definition of what a good movie is all the time. But basically anything that's modern, he just doesn't like it. I guess he wants us to go back to using Ataris and, that kind of stuff. Because that's kind of his more, way of doing tech. He just wants everything to be out of date. Oh yeah, if I give you a Prime sub, do you get money? I don't know, because I'm not monetized technically. Does it even give you the option to do that, PJ? I don't know. But I'll tell you what, PJ, why don't you go ahead and try that out, please? Because for reasons. I have no idea. I really don't know. I have not seen that option. I mean, I have a Prime subscription as well, but to be honest with you, I don't watch a lot of Twitch streamers. I tend to watch a lot more YouTube streamers, but that's just because of the type of content I tend to watch. Yeah, I know. I really need to start watching more because it would really help build a community. But, at some point in the future, I've just been, things have been a little bit crazy for me recently. I haven't even been watching as much of the YouTube as I usually watch, but, Okay, there we go. So now we're producing a lot more of these planar filters than we were before. And we can head over to the other place and tell it to start activating more of that demand. Now let's go here and give it some of that graphene that we have extra of. Drop in some of that. We'll drop in some of these crystals just to get this excess inventory out of or excess, material out of our inventories. Unfortunately, we've got to go to each one of these and kind of repeat this process, so it's kind of annoying that way. Because unfortunately, these do not hold more than 40 at a time. Luckily, we don't have that much on us. If we had more, I would find a different way to deal with it, but this is fine for right now. Come over to this. We could just drop some of those extra in there, and there you go. So now we're producing a lot more of these planar filters, which should help us a lot more with our quantum production. And then, of course, what we'll probably want to do is build another one of those out. But let's go find out. I don't understand Twitch. I don't know what... I mean, that was a question, or that was a statement from PJ. I don't know what you mean by I don't understand Twitch. What is there to understand about Twitch? So, I mean, on YouTube, it's subscriptions. When you want to subscribe to somebody and give them money every month, on Twitch, if you subscribe to me, then you get I don't remember. It's backwards. Wait, so you subscribe on YouTube, and that just means you want to get updates on the person. And then you do a bell notification, and then you can do a... Oh, God, what is it? Wait, subscribe, and then there's, like... You become, like, a premium member somehow. I forget what it is. I don't remember. I don't know. It's backwards. That's all I know between the two. Like, I do know the difference, but I'm drawing a blank right now, and I don't know. But yeah, they are different between the two different systems. But if I remember correctly, on Twitch, if you got the button there, then click the button, But yeah, go ahead and do it. Like, let me know what happens. Do it. Oh, by the way, did you get your friend to subscribe to me?
Yeah.
Aha, that's who the Melrose is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did confirm that the Melrose was Brittany's friend. I had my friend Gil subscribe as well, and I thought it was thought it was him at first.
Mm-hmm.
But so you can let your friend know that there is a galaxy named after them in this one because they were the newest subscribers. So,
Oh,
you
cool.
know,
Yeah, I told her to subscribe. So.
awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is much appreciated. See, Brittany is out promoting me. That's great. Well, I see that it's after 8 o'clock and Brittany no longer has her pants on, so I might have to end the stream soon. Anyway, gay thoughts, gay thoughts, gay thoughts.
Gay in this house?
I know, in this house. Oh my god, there's so much gayness all the time in this house.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so let's go take a look at our planers, see how these are doing. You can see that we are now producing those, which is great. And we have a bunch of those created already. That's awesome. Now we can start getting rid of some of the Mark 1s because we don't really need those as much anymore. And we can start using those throughout the on the planet as need be. But let's take a look at, let's see how long we've been streaming for. We're almost at 2 hours. I can follow, but subs is monetization. You know, I don't know, PJ, on Twitch, because Twitch is backwards from YouTube. What I would say is, if you got a button there that you haven't clicked before, go ahead and click it and let me know what happens. As long as you don't, like, unsubscribe to me, like, just go ahead and do it. I don't know. If I get money every month, great, awesome. I mean, as long as it doesn't cost you money every month. Because that's not what I would want to happen. I don't want you to have to pay money every month. You know, when other people get there and they want to give me money every month, I will definitely welcome it. But right now, I am not really pushing for that. I'm just trying to build a community, trying to build it up. As you can see, we're starting to hit some power problems, and that's just because we're burning off pretty much all of the hydrogen that we have in another place. So maybe we went a little bit overboard with it. But that's okay, because we can just drop down more of these solar receivers. I don't know if we're actually producing those automatically. This is another reason why my other game is so much better, because I have every single one of these things automated, so I can just go grab whatever I need to from my mall. Let's head to the mall and see if we have that automated. But, yeah, that's what I was saying, PJ. We have to party sometime before the heat death of the universe. I don't think that will technically be around for them, but, you know, whatever. But, all right. I think that this might be it for the night. Brittany just got home, and I want to watch some Sopranos. I was waiting to hear if she would complain. She didn't complain. That means she consents.
No.
Because that's how that works.
No.
Ha ha ha.
That's not how consent works.
Yep, that's how consent works. According to all the sovereign citizens, that's how consent works. No, but we're going to probably watch something else. Like *Halt and Catch Fire*. Or...
Said that we were keeping things non-political.
That wasn't political, was it? She said, I thought we were keeping things non-political. What did I say that was political?
Talking about sovereign citizens?
But that's not really political.
Sure it is.
Oh, that's just... all right. I mean, okay, I guess you're right. I'll just agree with Brittany on that. I guess it is kind of a borderline political thing. Either way, it's making a joke on people who have... whatever. Anyway, not going any further into that. So yeah, we did make some progress tonight. You know, is definitely room for some improvement. I mean, we have to automate more of these things. But you know, the way that things are laid out right now, it's kind of difficult to automate around to build any more automation in here. We'd have to rebuild this mall. You know, there's definitely some issues with our layout here. I mean, we can keep working on it. Look, if they end up delaying the patch and it's not available this week, then I might, then next weekend, you know, we'll just continue playing this one. Maybe I'll work on this game a little bit during my off time. We'll kind of see. But either way, yeah, so I think that's what's going to do it for this week. Let's go back to, we're just going to leave on this cam because I did not fix, oh wait, here it is. I'm going to go ahead and fix my lipstick really fast. 1 second. Oh wait, I got to switch over to the other camera. Hold on. We're gonna switch over to the main camera. I'm gonna fix my lipstick, and then we're going to head out for the night. I know I'm doing this like in the camera on my stream. This is the weirdest thing ever. I gotta get a mirror for my desk, I swear, so I could just do this another way. There we go. I should have done that. Yeah, because the delay, I have to like turn my head really fast. Anyway, yeah, so that's gonna be it for tonight. I just prefer to when the camera's on me, you know, the main camera, I prefer to my face to not look like, you know. Unfortunately, sometimes you know lipstick just falls off when you're drinking stuff, and you know, and plus I've been biting my lip the whole time. It's just like one of those nervous tick things, but whatever. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I will be back on Saturday for another episode. It'll be 7 p.m. Pacific time, not specific time, as I always say, I know. Again, if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, just as a reminder, I am dropping down to once a week for the next, you know, we'll see how it goes, but due to some medical issues, I've been having a lot of issues, and I really need to, I've been having trouble, honestly, so I have to kind of drop myself down for right now, but I'd rather do once a week so I can be at least a little bit more consistent than dropping down to no times a week. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to maintain once a week for a little while. Still subject to canceling last minute, you never know, but I'm going to try not to. At least with once a week, it might be a little bit easier. But keep an eye on Twitch and YouTube for the schedule of what the next thing I will be playing. Like, subscribe, share it around. It greatly helps me out. It helps me get through that algorithm because it is really tough to, you know, kind of build an audience, and that's the only way I can do it. PJ says, give me a call in 15. Yeah, I'll give you a call in 15, PJ, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the phone because I want to spend some time with Brittany. But anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you next Saturday, and bye, my unicorns. Bye.